fascinating stuff.
I know y'all ain't trying to have no come to Jesus meeting with us. Muffin time. Ready to get ready. What the hell is going on here? What's happening, my nigga?
If my business is not, somebody gonna lose their kidney.
And this is like, if I'm looking irritated, whatever it is, this is real. This is a healing situation. So I'm not finna front. Straight up. This is my story, my truth. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. I've been through some childhood trauma, and it pretty much has had my whole life in shambles. It has been a journey. It has been it's not easy to tell your story when your story is a real story. You know, as a child, I experienced some trauma, and being raped at the age of 7 and left for dead in the park truly made me go through some things that other kids probably wouldn't have to go through. But I believe that it made me stronger. And because I went through those things, I felt the need when I was going through my healing. I knew I wasn't the only one that was hurting. I know that my story is millions of women's story. It doesn't matter background. It doesn't matter race. It doesn't matter age.
This is a Beat Addicts beat. I'm eating white beat.
Keep your head up, even though I know you're fed up in life. Be throwing your punches, but you still gotta get up and fight. They low blows, but look, don't let it get you. Cause God, He got a plan, but Satan be trying to get you. I know you feel you're seeking, but both come to get you, don't worry. I'm in people's business. No, it's my business. It's my responsibility. God say, whatever you do to a child, you do to him. So I'm responsible. If I see something happening to a child that's breaking them, it's my responsibility. You know, I take it personally. You feel me? I know a lot of people be like, man, you extra, but man, somebody gotta care, because ain't nobody care about me. So I was left, what if I would have died, man? That meant he did not come here to rape me. He left me to die. Because he ain't want me to survive. These people was protecting me to keep my life from this man when he tried to kill me, because he did whatever he wanted to do and then left me on the ground like a dog. It's a problem. And a bunch of people, they sex trafficking kids all over this world doing the same thing all the time. Some little kid, little girl right now is being done right now, and somebody got to say something. Somebody has to really make a change about it. Everybody's out here screaming in the street, but ain't nobody doing that but screaming in the street. So that's my problem. So listen, I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through this, because hey, this is the part.
Hey, no matter what happens, I just can't give up now.
I just can't give up now. Come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe He's brought me this far to leave me.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Stephanie V. Harvey. The words rape, drama, fear, pain, and devastation. Those are words that many of you have heard, and they don't mean anything to you. But tonight, you will not leave without knowing the depth of the definition of those words when they come from within someone's soul. This evening, we are going to be discussing the real life story of Lyric. Lyric is the reason that Beauty versus the Beast became a documentary. When I saw it, I think it should be called Beauty That Conquered the Beast. So this evening, Lyric is here to tell her truth. Her truth is a hard one for her, and I hope it is an enlightenment and encouragement for you.
Yeah. Man, I done some things in my life, you did. Real. Wrote a song about it, here it go. I done things, know what I mean? Chasing his dreams, all of the hurt, all of the hate, the struggling, just to be free. Know what I mean? But I am queen, this is my year, I'm coming through, cause God's blessing me. And done it, in them streets, road running. Money moves with my goons, flipping, stacking, getting them hundreds. All dudes, one running, ballin' straight up, stunning. Living the vida loca, but God was trying to tell me something. Stop denying me like Pete, I'm the shepherd, you my sheep. And you thinking Vegas hot, well hell hotter than Vegas heat. So sit down, be humble please, don't act like your stuff don't stick. And turn from your wicked ways, deny yourself and follow me. Okay, God forgive me please, I be bugging so. It's time to tell my truth, my story. Beautiful beast, real spit. Yeah. Man, I done some things in my life, you did.
Good evening, Lyric.
Hello, how you doing, Miss Stephanie?
I'm doing fine, but how are you? It's been a long journey.
Ooh, it's been a long journey. It's been a long journey, and today I'm happy. I'm happy to be closing out something that has been taking me so long to complete. But I'm very, my word today is I feel very proud of myself.
And you should. You know, I don't even know if just proud is a big enough word. You're a young lady that took pain.
Yeah.
Put it together with passion. And you can have pride this evening for everything that you're doing for everyone who has gone down your road and couldn't tell a story. You know, there's a song by Alicia Keys, I Won't Tell Your Secrets.
Yeah.
But in our community, that's always been the name of the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is why there's a lot of pain.
Yeah.
But I just want to thank you for telling your secret.
Yeah.
For letting it out.
Yeah. It's my God, it's a lot to unpack. But I just, you know, when I'm gonna speak to, because I know I'm a little bit familiar to this camera thing, I'm gonna speak to people that's watching. I want you to understand that this is the most this is the realest thing that I've ever done in my life. And I've been at this thing for a minute, trying to figure out who I am.
as a woman, as a person, as a human being on this earth, what am I here for? And this very thing tried to destroy me my whole life, tried to silence me. And people put labels on me because they had no clue of what I've been through. And by the time I share what I've been through, it's always been overwhelming for people. So I didn't know how to really share this story. So today, y'all, I don't know what's gonna happen. I just know I'm gonna tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help you heal. You feel me? Time out for silence. Time out for suffering silently. Time out for walking and being strong when you tired and you weak and you need help. I hope that watching this saves your life, stop you from killing yourself, stop you from popping that pill, stop you from, you get what I hope that this makes you change your mind about healing and get to the bag for real, on the real heal. So let's go, Auntie.
Okay, your story, it's so much.
Yeah.
But let's start in the beginning.
And this is like, if I'm looking irritated, whatever it is, this is real. This is a healing situation, so I'm not finna front. Straight up. This is my story, my truth. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. I've been through some childhood trauma, and it pretty much has had my whole life in shambles. It has been a journey. It has been it's not easy to tell your story when your story is a real story. You know, as a child, I experienced some trauma, and being raped at the age of 7 and left for dead in the park truly made me go through some things that other kids probably wouldn't have to go through. But I believe that it made me stronger. And because I went through those things, I felt the need when I was going through my healing. I knew I wasn't the only one that was hurting. I know that my story is millions of women's story. It doesn't matter background. It doesn't matter race. It doesn't matter age.
This is a Kelly production. I rip, I rock, and I slay. I rip, I rock, and I slay. I rip, I rock, and I slay. Yeah, my name is Lyric, and I'm about that business. I'm walking in my purpose, my destiny I'm living. Got these devils and these demons mad at me, they did it. Cause they thought they was gonna stop the chick, but she stayed winning. Yeah, that's why I always say it's God for me. Cause ain't no demons or no devils ever stopping me. And you can try, but ain't no weapon ever prospering. You ain't know I got my back, watch me like TMZ. I rip, I rock, and I slay. 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 I rip, I rock, and I slay.
My truth is, I believe in being liberated, empowered, and innovated. My story is, I grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada, in 22 foster homes, endured sexual abuse, was committed to a mental institution. My father had molested me when I was 14 and took my virginity, and then I ended up pregnant with a child. It taught me to be strong, that I'm able to overcome any and everything in my life, that I'm a victorious person and I'm able to empower other people with my life and my story.
I was a pastor's wife, you know, the whole stigma of being in church and being a church God-fearing woman and married to a pastor and going through that, and we tend to put the men of God up on a pedestal and not realizing they are just men also. So through that marriage, dealing with abuse and abandonment, those were the major traumas that I dealt with, and it followed me, you know, throughout my life. And also because I didn't have that, I was a daddyless daughter. I had my father and my mother in my life, but he was emotionally unavailable. So I was looking for that love that I didn't get from him in men. And, you know, through those relationships were very traumatic. But, you know, the abandonment, it really scarred me, like, in major ways. How could you, like, be with someone for 7 years and then, boom, all of a sudden you're gone? Well, you don't fall out of love overnight, you know? So, like, what happened? You're left with so many questions and no closure. Like, what am I supposed to do now? You know, what it taught me is I have to stand on my own 2 feet. So that's what I tell my daughters now. You don't depend on anyone but God and the ability and the knowledge that He gives you to obtain wealth.
The reason why women empowerment is important to me is because it's all about helping impact that next generation to understand what their potential, their purpose, and their passion is. If we can tap in to help other women like myself to understand this, we can change the world and we can reach many, one person at a time.
What up, though? It's your girl, Miss Lyric, aka The Beautiful Beast, and I am from Las Wages. I'm at Las Vegas, Nevada.
I don't look like what I've been through. Let me testify, I gotta tell the truth. I don't look like what I've been through. If he stayed me, then he can stay you.
My documentary, it makes me scratch. And what I intend on doing with this project is being transparent, being open, and helping people be free from a lot of the things that held me back. I want this to be very real because just as this project, it was not structured, but it was necessary. I went back home to Las Vegas, the place that I was, and went back to the park where I was raped and left for dead at the age of 7. And that was the start of my journey in this documentary. And I had to go back and dig deep of a lot of the things that pained me, that hurt me, things that hindered me, you know, even being somebody that inspires people, I still had hindrance and I still had things that was holding me back. So I had to deal with it. I had to go to counseling. I had to dig. And one of the things that I did was go over my life, back to my hood, back to where I was from, back to where I ran from, much like Moses. And I had to face the real. And it's an amazing project. It's very raw, true, and authentic. I am somebody. I am somebody is something that I had to tell myself when I lost my color as a little girl at a park. And then again at 17, a couple of feet from another park. And that story is a story of survival. I am somebody. Yeah. And I just want every girl to know that's been through anything like me. I can say me too. I understand. And we got it. And we survived. Persevered. Beasted. We'll make it. I am somebody. Listen, I'm just gonna go ahead and let y'all take a walk with me. I'm working on my project, Beauty versus the Beast. And what I intend on doing with this project is being transparent, being open, and helping people be free from a lot of the things that held me back. So what I'm doing right now is I'm starting with where I say I lost my color. And it's right here at this park in front of the apartment complex that I was raised at, right? I just want to show y'all exactly like how close and proximity that I was when this happened to me at the young age of 7 years old. When I say I lost my color, I was raped and left for dead right here at this park. So I'm going to take y'all with me, and my intentions is so many young girls going through so much, and people overlook the emotional part of being molested or being raped and what it really does. So my hopes with this particular project is to let you know that you're not alone, that it's not your fault, and that you can overcome. You feel me? So I'm smiling now, you know, but it wasn't nothing to smile about. And actually, this is one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do in my life. But I feel that it's necessary and it's time to tell, I say, her story. So, got my best friend with me. So she gonna walk, you know, this is my ride or die right here. Been my friend since we was kids, long time. But she wasn't my actual friend that was with me, but this is my friend that's with me and that's been with me and been rocking with me since day one. You feel me? This park, like, has been a blockage for me my whole life. I lived right there. I lived right there, and I still would not come to this part of this park. I would go everywhere else. Did I go to that side? I go to Doolittle, I go to the library. I never. And we used to be able to walk through here, to walk through this park. So listen, I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through this because, hey, this is the park. So I'll tell you the story, you know, pretty much. It was me and my little homegirl, we about 7 years old. And we walked at that time through there. Those things are blocking it, but we were able to come through here. And what we were doing is we made this bathroom, we was playing house. You know what I'm saying? We played house, you know, we had our little baby dolls, and you know, she had her babies and I had my babies. And what's ironic is the young girl that was my best friend at the time, she was handicapped. She had a speech impediment. She didn't speak well at all. She actually, you couldn't understand her. She talked like blah, 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 blah. But for some reason, at a young age, I was able to talk to her. I was able to understand her. So I was the only person in the neighborhood that didn't really bully her, but that played with her. So she was my friend. And nobody wanted to play with her that day. So here we had boys over there playing football, and they was over there, and we had a little park over there. Everybody was at the park. I'm telling you, that day was a park day. It was a Saturday morning or something. It was, you know, we was out of school. It was early. So it was a lot of activity right here in this park. And I remember I didn't want to play with the boys that day. Normally I play with my brothers, but I didn't want to play with them because when Mookie needed somebody to play with, she needed somebody to play with.
So we came over here and we played house. So this was Mookie's house, and this was my house. And at this house, I just was like, well, that's the men's bathroom. So we really more so stayed over here. And my house was just a house we ran in and out real quick because, you know, the men was over there. We ain't want to see nothing we weren't supposed to see. So we here. And what happens is, you can come in here. It's dark. But, see, we was just right here. We had our baby dolls all on the ground. And we was sitting up here playing with our baby dolls. So right here in this bathroom, we started and we were playing. And then a man came out of nowhere and he came in this bathroom. Well, he came to the bathroom and he was walking in. And I was like, sir, hey, how you doing? I'm real friendly, you know, I was a real lovable kid, you know, and I was like, hey, oh, you're in the wrong bathroom, sir. This is not for men. And he said to me, well, where the men's bathroom at? Again, I'm 7. I don't think nothing. I thought maybe the man didn't know how to read, right? So I was like, oh, I learned how to read. So let me show you, sir. And I come out and I'm like, this says women. See? And I was like, and this is your bathroom over here, sir. And I walked over here just like this. And I said, see, it say men. This men's bathroom. This is for the girls over here. And I went in there and he said, thank you. And he looked at me real strange. I'll never forget the way he looked at me after he said, thank you. That was the beginning where I start feeling that gut feeling where I used to know like someone right, but I wasn't really able to act on it. But when he said that, I was like, I felt something strange. I should have left. I should have got Mookie. There's something wrong with that man. If I would have peeped how his energy, that's it. His energy was so negative. And but I'm a kid, so I didn't know, right? So we go back in there and go to playing. And then he comes back in there. And when he comes in the bathroom, what he does this time is he grabs me. And when he grabbed me, he said, he told my friend to stay right there because again, remember she had a speech impediment so she couldn't talk. Or at least couldn't be understood by anybody else. So when he did this, he snatched me and he took me right again. I'm telling you, this park was full of people. And he snatched me right in front of a park full of people. I tell y'all, you need to watch your kids. Don't turn your head. Watch your kids. Adults was here. You know, kids, other kids was here. But he took me from here to there. And when he took me in that bathroom, he told me to be quiet and I better not scream. He was going to take his hand off my mouth. He had me smothered. And he told me I better not scream. And I screamed. And people heard me screaming, but nobody came to rescue me. And I was pretty much raped right here and left for dead right in this men's bathroom. And it's all over everything. You can look it up. It's facts. Right on that floor. And this is what I really mean. The
girl, my best friend, that couldn't even speak, she the one that saved my life. Because I lied. My brothers thought I was still at home. They didn't know I was at the park. So they was not expecting me. I snuck by them so they couldn't see me playing with Mookie. Because I wanted to play with her. I didn't want to play football. I wanted to play with dolls. So I was like, I'm not going to tell them. So normally they looking out for me. Normally they watching me. But today they didn't know to watch me, so they wasn't looking for me. You know, a lot of people in my family, like, that's really tight with me. This is something we don't like to talk about because, you know, my cousins and brothers, they was right here in this park a few feet from me. They heard the screams and they didn't come because they didn't know it was me screaming. Had they known it was me screaming, my dad and my family got so much respect out here. If they would have known that was me, it would have never happened. But things happen, and that's the story. So what I'm gonna do here today is I'm going to go ahead and spit a couple verses. I'm going to do my music video, I Am Somebody, because this is the place that I lost my color when I thought that I wasn't good enough no more, when I thought that it was over with for me. You know, you're a kid and you think, man, when you have to grow up,
dreams never go away. He said I would never do nothing. He said I'd never amount to nothing. But I'm so glad he said I can do all things. It's God for me. Her story. Yeah.
Ooh, said I never get that far, but I know somebody. Ooh, said I never reach the stars, love somebody.
Wake up to horrible reality. I swear to God, I hated everything surrounding me. Section 8, low income housing. Vegas life, hustlers, white pimps, sports gangs was always around me. So I guess that's how the crime life found me. And I guess that's why I'm pretty, but stay frowning. And I guess that's why I felt like I was drowning and hanging out with bozos, clowning. All of the hatred became my motivation. How you gonna say it ain't my time when I've been waiting patient? With the Goliaths I've been slaying. This world needs some shaking. I got the music to move this nation. Yes.
Ooh, said I never get that far, but I know somebody. Ooh, said I never reach the stars, love somebody. Ooh, said I never get that far, but I know somebody. Ooh, said I never reach the stars, love somebody.
Said I only got one chance to make a first impression. One chance to capture y'all's attention. One shot and hoping that you listen. I ain't ashamed because I'm Christian. Can I still have your attention for a couple more seconds? I know you ain't feeling no good in wholesome records. I know you'd rather me approach with different methods. Maybe I should be more sexy or get naked, then I'd have your attention. Look, you don't get it, man. Come get this abundant living. But you rather a mediocre existence than statistics. It ain't about where you from, it's how you finish. I'm a witness.
Ooh, said I never get that far, but I know somebody. Ooh, said I never reach the stars, love somebody. Ooh, said I never
Alright. So this is my life. My experience. You know, the things that I've been through. Coming up from a little girl with a Jerry curl from the west side of Las Vegas that had a dream. And what it's been taking to get there. So I'm just kind of going to tell you a little bit about the beauty and about the beast. This is kind of the book of lyrics, visual. I say that. Now you got to really get the welcome to Las Vegas. Welcome to Las Vegas. So many homeless people, man. Like, these streets, it's so sad over here. This whole families out here on the streets. People move to Vegas just like they move to LA with this dream. And I don't think it's people's dreams to become homeless and out on the streets here with their kids. They come here and this is what, you know, an at-will state. So it's real easy to lose a job here. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't no getting no unemployment, ain't no going to church. And when I say ain't no, it's no going to anybody to complain about anything because it's at will and we can fire you for whatever we want to fire you for. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. So people come out here and find themselves in very, very, very bad positions. You know, there's a lot of vets on the streets, and I hate that. You know, people fight for this country and die, and could almost die, and you just leave them on the street. These are all the shelters over here. You know what I'm saying? Like people come here and they want to show Vegas. Everybody want to show the Strip, and I hate all these church people coming to town, and they never come by here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to show people that claim to be Christians or women and men of God or whatever God you call yourself serving, whatever. You know what I'm saying? When you come out here and you trying to do something in Vegas, you know, maybe you need to come over here and check on some of these people and see if you could offer some help, you know. Just wasting your money in the casinos if you know, some of them gonna lie and act like they don't even go to the casinos, but I know better. I'm actually on my street, which Revere, which is 8th Street. I pretty much grew up over here a lot of my life, and I didn't feel like a winner a lot of the times over here. I lost a lot of things happened right here in this neighborhood, so I have good memories, but I have a lot of bad memories. And one of the things I always felt like I was losing here, like I was losing the battle, like I would never be anything coming from these streets, you know. And the day that I found out that I was a winner, for real. See, a lot of times we'll walk around here and we think that we winning, but we really ain't winning. Because see, when I was out here doing what I thought I was doing to win, out here doing all of this criminal activities, acting crazy, running these streets, I was really losing. I thought I was winning, but I didn't know. I didn't have any self-awareness. I began to win when I began to know that it was bigger than me. So I can really honestly say I'm a winner. I got the right mindset now. It's time to win. People done got real crazy these days. Nobody want to see nobody win no more. That's crazy. All I know, I'ma win though. No matter if they hate, I'ma always win. No matter what they say,
Industry Ready Production, PSBeats.com. Make your purchase now.
Long as God be for me, then I'm riding with him. I'ma all I do is win. All I do is win. All I do is get shot, crush win. All I do is win. All I do is win. All I do is get shot, crush win. All I do is win. All I do is win. All I do is get shot, crush win. All I do is win. All I do is win. All I
wonder how I even made it. Sometimes I wonder how I'm even alive, when I know that my life should have been taken. Sometimes I be like, God, why do you love me? When I was living life with so much hatred. When you revealed the call that was on my life, I was like, I knew you must be mistaken. But I owe you everything until my last breath. And I'm gon' rip G.O.D. until there's nothing left. Now I got that faith more than the mustard seed. And I know that you only got good plans for me. I win. All I do is win. All I do is get shot and plus win. All I do is win. All I do is win. All I do is get shot and plus win. All I do is win. All I do is win. All I do is get shot and plus win. All I do is win. All I do is win. All I do is get shot and plus win.
www.psbeats.com.
I ain't wanna lose, I just can't do it now. You wanna see me fail, but I just ain't lose never. My life been hard as hell, this is true music. But I keep pressing home and I gotta push through it. I'm making progress though, it's just slow moving. The race ain't given to the quick, so I endure. You don't understand my struggle, no loss, it's just lessons. Out here gleaming in these streets like Peter, I'm fishing. How you smile, dude? How you keep it moving? Cause I know he ain't finished, he know what he doing. Cause I know he ain't leaving and he never did. Cause I know I can do all things through him. All I do is win. All I do is win. All I do is get shot and plus win. All I do is win. All I do is win. All I do is get shot and plus win. All I do is win. All I do is win. All I do is get shot and plus win. All I do is win. All I do is win. All I do is get shot and plus
Welcome again to Relationship Lounge presents Reveal and Heal Live. Ladies and gentlemen, I am still in a place of starstruck, if you will, because I have had the pleasure of witnessing and hearing so many amazing stories. This platform is raw and uncut. And at this moment, I have the one and only LaShawn Broughton, which is the CEO of She Empowerment TV. And sis, you know, your platform is a healing platform.
Absolutely.
I am interested in knowing the birth of She Empowerment TV, because you say it's a sisterhood.
It's a sisterhood. It's definitely a
I
sisterhood.
feel all of that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm naturally a big sister. So my life, I grew up, I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. You know, I'm from the streets. I'm from the slums. So not from the Vegas Strip that everybody goes to. I'm from the gutter. Probably why it's called Sin City. But just like really, I was a kid that felt like an alien. I called myself a gonzo. I didn't fit in. The people around me, I just was different. But what really it was, when I was 7, I was raped and left for dead in a park, and nobody helped me. It was a park full of people, and nobody helped me when they heard me scream. And that moment literally like shaped and molded my life of a lot of rejection, feeling like I was never understood, feeling like I was trying to get people to love me and accept me. I had my dad, but that was the only person that really was putting real love into me. So when I got my sisters, right, that was like my babies. That was my distraction. So regardless of the things I went through, I said, these girls are never going to go through what I've been through. So I became a super protector. I became a protector, and I am my sister's keeper. That's just real life. So I am a big sister. I'm the one that'll fight for you. I'm the one that'll stop you from fighting. I'm the one that's going to help you. There's something wrong, we going to get it together. I'm a sister. So when I got my healing, When I went and I told this is when I did not know my husband as my husband, I just said, turn on these cameras. I'm finna go back to my hood. I don't know what's gonna happen. Just turn on the cameras. And I produced a documentary, which is one of the rawest things on rape that I think that's ever been produced, because I hadn't been back there since I probably lived in that neighborhood, but avoided going to that particular area of that park for 30 something years of my life. I was frozen. And when I went through my healing, it hurt, peeling back them layers, talking to my mom about it, talking to my dad about it, talking to the community about it. My rape was publicized like Trayvon Martin's death. I was on the news. It was a big thing in the 80s what happened to me. And I had no protection. And I wanted to create something that protected women. And literally, and now it's grown beyond women. It's just so amazing, because I just told God, like, I'm going to walk in my purpose, forget this pain. You got me over it, you know, and I'm going to help other people get over it, because I see people walking around in the fog and on a hamster wheel, and I'm just a big sister. You can't be around me hurting. I can't be good and you hurting. I'm just that type of person.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Did you, now, you know, we have a therapist on the sofa, so at any point, have you had therapy? Was that something that you have sought after? Because you're in a good place.
Yes.
You got a platform for healing.
Yes.
So what did you do to help to get yourself in this place?
Well, most people say about Lyric is I keep it 100, I'm authentic. I'm not going to tell you to do something that I haven't done. So I wasn't able to talk about therapy because I had bad experiences with therapy. For one, when I was raped, I had to go through it. I went to therapy with a white lady. I have to call it what it is. And she was trying to convince me that my dad raped me. So it's literally just not trying to protect me and get to the bottom of the truth, but you got me playing with a doll and saying, so what did your dad do to you? So does your dad, and because me and my dad have a close bond, you want to, I'm a kid and I got sense enough to know you coming at me wrong. My dad's never done anything to me, ma'am. But that's my experience with a therapist. And then I went to church. Like I literally was a blasphemer. I hated God because I'm like, you keep letting stuff happen to me and you're not protecting me. So I don't want to serve anybody that's just letting me be out here like this. So I'm good out here by myself until I had that Paul experience and God knocked me out. You out here by yourself. He showed me. And that's why I tell people my relationship with God was not practiced. Every time I went to church, I did not want to be there. So it was I hated God. I told him I hated him. I hated everything that happened to me. And I was raged. I was angry.
Oh, you get that?
I was angry. I didn't have no protection. So when I learned how to fight, I started fighting for people. So I just applied, you know, my street fighting. You know what I was good at to a mental fighting. And then once I got spiritual, once God really took that walk, that relationship thing, and I've been through some life things where I could only depend on God. I ain't have no mama. My dad was in prison for 8 years of my life. So, you know, I'm responsible for my sisters in the community. I'm just that person. So I had to figure it out, and I had to be authentic with it, and I had to heal for real before I don't want to be no bleeding leader. I don't want to be dripping my blood on people how people did me. So I wanted to make sure that before I opened my mouth that I was ready.
Oh. How did that affect you when it came to dealing with family? Because you're in a good place now. You're a rider when it comes to your mother. So how did all that come together to where you are where you are? Because you good. You love God.
I love him.
You know, and you love him for real.
I love him.
So we tell the people, because there are many that's struggling with that fight. You know why? Because they feel like God rejected them.
Yeah.
So speak to us.
Well, I tell people from a real place, it's like any other relationship. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're not going to give somebody the opportunity to get to know you, if you're not going to give the opportunity to get to know somebody, then you'll never be able to have understanding of that person. So when I told God, like, if you real, you might want to show up right now if I do something crazy, because I don't care. And he loved me enough. Like, I be looking, I'm like, how was I talking to God? I would have beat my, you know what I'm saying? Like, who you talking to like that? If thank God I ain't God, you know what I'm saying? Because some people have been gone. But I would have been the smiting God, okay? Who you talking to? But he didn't give me that energy. He gave me the energy of, like, I love you. It was like I started feeling it when I ain't have money for my rent and a check would just come out of nowhere and I didn't deserve it, I didn't work for it, didn't hustle for it, nothing. Like, where did this come from? When he started revealing who he was, I couldn't deny it. But I had to be open to say, you know what, I'm willing to see if you for real. And I talked to him just as plain. Like, that's why I was like, I used to like battle, because I'm educated. I used to battle with how to be lyric. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, people, I need to speak like this. I need to be eloquent. I need to speak as if I have an education, because I've been educated, right? But God said, nah, keep that drip, keep that stank on it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to confuse them, but continue to love people. And I said, what? God said, F them. I said, F them? He said, F them. I was like, yeah, God, that's what I'm talking about. Forgive them. That's the power. That's when I got my power. When I F'd them, said, F it. Forgive them. Let it go. It ain't worth it. And that apology that you ain't never gonna get, I give people apologies. I literally write apologies for people. Like, oh, your mama ain't gonna apologize? Don't worry about it. Come here, let me talk to you. I'll be your mama. Who did it? I'll be that. Whatever you need to hear to turn that power back on. That's what She Powerment is about. It stands for this. The She is really not about the women. It's strength, honor, endurance. And that power button, we lose our power when something happens to us. So just turn it back on, because it's on you.
Okay, we're going to take a break right now.
Have fun.
We F them, y'all. Forgive them. We're going to be right back with LaShawn Broden, and we're going to talk about the tool that you use, that you're giving back to God, your music. And then we're going to shift and go to the therapist.
I love it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to hear these amazing stories. Call someone and F them. Forgive them. That's real, y'all. We'll be right back.
What do you mean, no? If I'm tired of your shit, I just want to go lay down.
Nah, I ain't trying to hear none of that.
What you mean you ain't trying to hear that?
Go back where you been.
Go back and lay where you were. What the hell you I was here, guys? Now let me up in here.
I can't keep being hurt.
Get your sister. I'm tired of your sister. She's driving me nuts.
Where's Lily? Lily, where y'all at?
But damn what they do. We tough. We built tough. We survivors. We gonna always be alright.
You want to do all this in front of your kids?
You shit with my man. I know exactly who the hell you is. Come here. You a person, girl.
the end of the world. I just want to leave. I don't want to be here anymore. Nah, you gotta chill.
Don't forget, the future of this great nation depends on you delivering that speech.
Is he ready? Oh.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Revealing Here Live.
We back.
Sis, talk to the people about what it is that you have given to God as a part of your healing. You know, I know you love music. So please talk to the people and share with us a little bit about what you have contributed, what you know, where God is concerned. And then we're going to shift to Margaret, and we're going to talk about the F word.
Absolutely. Yes, yes. I make healing music. I realize that, you know, I'm not like any other artist. I remember trying to fit in and trying to find my way. I'm very, very authentic. I make music in truth. I do what I feel in my soul. And it comes out pretty dope. It comes out pretty dope, and it actually heals people. I have healing agents in my voice. So I've really honed in on the healing, getting down to the frequencies. You know, now I have journals to go with my music. I've really, you know, put this healing in a box. That's why I say the healing box. I have to put this healing in a box and, you know, let people know it's levels to this healing.
Yeah.
So like you know, I'm from the street, so I try to help my people. Everybody has it, but some people that's come from a lot of things that's negative, they don't feel like they can do it. So I'm here for the underdog. I'm here for the person that feel like don't nobody get you, you misunderstood, ain't nobody ever going to get you because you're set apart, you're here to do something different, and you should go ahead and do that. And what I plan on doing as Miss Lyric is showing you what God do when you say it's God for me. If God be for me, who can be against me? As long as God's sitting with me, he go before me, I'm good. So all of y'all can think I'm crazy. I pick up the mic, I done fail everything. But God, I fallen doing my music in a room full of executives. And I had the whole crowd rocking with me because the Holy Spirit goes with me everywhere I go. I take my music wherever God say. If it's one person or if it's arenas, whatever, it's God for me. Give me the mic, let's go.
See, that's the manifestation of Ephraim. I'm going to keep saying it. Sis, tell her, let's talk about Ephraim.
Yeah, so
Let's talk about it.
So I love the word forgive, and I like to break it down. It's forgive. So the giving is going before something. So forgiveness is for the person who's actually extending the forgiveness.
There you
it's
go.
Not necessarily for the person in the want or the need for them to receive it, because forgiveness gives you permission to now set boundaries or to go and stride and bring yourself back into safety. So often, as Lyric kept saying, like, I'm from the gutter, and I didn't want to visit something that I hadn't seen, and I did a raw documentary, but there's something where her body had to come to grips with, we might have to step back into this arena. That was a forgiveness in itself.
Yes, it was.
And so the first thing around forgiveness is recognizing, one, it is for you. Like, we say that, it's a cliche. It's another cliche that we give in Black community to move past something, but really stop and pause. It really is giving me an opportunity to reset how I engage with what has brought me harm.
Yeah.
And so you can ask questions that are interpersonal effective questions. Am I being fair to myself in this act of forgiveness? Like, am I taking care of me? Am my needs met? Or am I safe? Is this a community where I belong? If I'm going to give anything to it, I check that and forgiving and bringing balance there. And how do I see myself in this community? Or that self-esteem we talk about. How am I holding myself? And then once that's there, that'll be fair for the people that you're going back to. Once I've set the boundary, then the fairness is now, I can tell you what level, I should say levels of healing. I can tell you what level of healing I'm on and how we need to connect. That connection could look like 0, but it doesn't mean I'm bringing harm to you with my mouth, my actions, anything that I do. Just, we can't physically connect. We can't be in front of each other. We can't speak. That's fine. That's still forgiving. Oftentimes we offer forgiveness and say, well, you're still mad at them if you can't speak to them. No, it's a matter of safety at this moment when it comes down to needs. I need a safe need, and me talking to you, it isn't that I haven't forgiven you. It's just right now I don't feel safe, which means I don't belong, which means I can't see myself here. The other thing is she talked about apologizing. When you're walking in a fair state of forgiveness, it won't be an apology. You won't keep saying, I'm sorry for you hurting me. You will come to the table and say, no, I am happy I have boundaries. And so I won't have to keep giving an apology to something that doesn't need one.
There you go.
And so what needs to come may not ever be experienced. But the fact that she's opened herself for people in community means she has set in a level of healing to where I'm not taking this on, but I'm having compassion for you. And that's the step that she's saying with apology. But if you're walking in forgiveness, there won't be an apology for anyone when I'm in forgiveness. I'm not going to apologize for you hurting me. What I will do is set boundaries and standards for myself.
How often do you have to go back into the place where you're scared and where you're fear and you know?
If people do that, that's a place they have to visit often.
Okay.
And so, but then it comes to walking in your values. Pain and trauma will make you reset those values. What? And when I say reset, it doesn't make you go gather new ones. It makes you go look and see where you missed.
And you have to.
That are your birthright. Yeah. What is my value? Respect is my is my value. Yes. Integrity is my value.
Yes.
Just holding myself in love may be my value. But when you've experienced something traumatic, and trauma means that trauma marker, like that one incident where you get stuck. We have to move into trauma-informed care. If we stay in a place where we keep enhancing it, then I do move into shame. I do move into where I'm not being fair. And I don't know how to forgive because you keep telling me to show up to it. It's okay that somebody says they don't want to go to church because every time I come here, I keep getting hit. Am I being fair to myself? Probably not if I keep going to the place. That is abuse. That is abuse. But we don't know if somebody says that's the house of healing. It may not be healing for you.
So is it manipulation on the part of the person that's making you continue to face that thing?
And it could be they could be. They don't even know it's manipulative because that's what they have heard. There should be a safe space. But that's something that you have to check out with your mind, body, soul, and spirit. Yeah. That means you got to sit with God on where you need to be. Yeah. And the last thing is facing the truth about it.
Okay.
Stay in your truth. If your truth is, this isn't healthy for me, I'm going to forgive, I'm going to set up my boundary, you're still moving in forgiveness. We often in black community have a hard time with that word because sometimes we have been made, not even sometimes, often we are forced to forgive things that have brought us harm versus receiving forgiveness or the request for us to forgive that which has brought us harm. Dr. Earl Fisher out of Memphis is one of my favorite people. He talks about this in an article that he wrote. And the question is, what am I forgiving?
What am I forgiving?
Because if I'm forgiving you for hurting me, then there is no accountability. And I'm now taking on my pain and the pain that you caused me outside of what you've already done. You have no accountability. We have to pay attention to how we use that word. So yeah, when I'm effing them, I'm really setting boundaries with you. And I'm not taking on what happened. You may never receive that forgiveness, but I've set my boundary.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
This has been amazing. F-em.
F-em.
Oh my God. That's the word. That's the new word. You know, we must forgive.
We have to.
For ourselves.
We have to. For your healing, for your journey to even begin. If you cannot do that, you're going to always be on the hamster wheel. You're going to always blame somebody. And yes, you've been done wrong. Yes, I get it. I'm like the person, like I've been through
like 70 lives. And I'm probably like 80 years old, like in real life, if you looked at the things I've been through in life. But I have an authentic smile, I have a real hug, and I have real love for people.
Right.
Because I didn't let what tried to crush me stop me.
That's right.
I allowed it to empower me, and even doing more.
That's right.
To help others empower themselves and become free. I feel like I'm the Harriet Tubman of healing. I'm coming for you.
Yes.
I'm coming to get. If you want to be free, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Well, we're signing off, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again. Remember to love yourself, love everybody, and be an example. Have an amazing day. You deserve it.